You viewers, let's begin what's trending by taking reactions to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's national broadcast on Sunday, where he appealed to the organizers of the End Bad Governance protest to suspend further protests and create room for dialogue. The president reeled out policy reforms, which he said will address the needs of the protesters and urged Nigerians to work together in reshaping the nation. The president also condemned those who have taken undue advantage of the protest to threaten any section of the country, stating that there is no place for ethnic bigotry in Nigeria.
Nigeria requires all hands on deck and it alls all, regardless of age, party, tribe, religion, or other divides, to work together, reshaping our destiny as a nation. For those who have taken undue advantage of this situation to threaten any section of this country, be warned. The law will catch up with you. There is no place for ethnic bigotry or such threats in the Nigeria we seek to build. Meanwhile, the hashtag IGBO'S protest continues to fester on social media. A recent X Spaces conversation tagged Yoruba Ronu Space, led by purported Yoruba influencers, called for an IGBO'S protest. One of the contributors stated that Igbos are disrespecting their traditional rulers and have no right owning land in Lagos.
We need to come out and protest. Igbo are disrespecting our institution, they disrespect our traditional ruler, they disrespect all our headers. And they can't take it in their own space. Therefore, we must not fold our hand. I just have to tell everybody this. This protest, Igbo must go, and the scrap of a unitary system is a must, and it's coming, and it's going to be loud. It's going to, whoever that want to die should go and die. It's in our space. This is our heritage. This is the land our father fought for. And we will not allow anybody, no matter how many acres of land you buy, it is our land. And your land, your purchased land have expired time. Therefore, you cannot claim ownership. So, thank you, Madam Ajoke.
No, this is horrible, condemnable. But also, an Igbo influencer named Nonso responded to this particular video. Let's take a listen to what he said.
One day, I see Igbo in Lagos, and all by new one invest in Lagos. Now, Lagos they make millions today as internally generated revenue. One all by Igbo. One estate in Lagos, or the 100, Igbo 99. Ndi Robone na nule enu na Lagos. Ndi Yoruba le swamp areas, Royal Factory, Royal Industry, Royal Company. Ndi Yoruba mmado le merie. In fact, Lagos ana si ndi Igbo na onye di bunde Lagos. Who are Lagosians? Ndi governor onechiri Lagos bunde Lagos. Sanwo-Olu onye Lagos. Tinubu onye Lagos. No, come join me now. Oh,
this conversation is all coming after an X account, Lagospedia, a page claiming to be proclaiming the virtues of Lagos last week, gave Igbos living and doing business in Lagos and other southwest states 30 days to vacate. Let's read that tweet. It's since been deleted. They wrote, Lagosians and every southwest stakeholders should prepare for the massive protest of hashtag IGBO'S on the 20th to 30th of August. They have 1 month from now to leave and relocate from their businesses from all southwest states. We urge all Yorubas living the southeast to return home. I mean, this particular issue is still going on social media. Like I said, this occurred over the weekend. I'm glad President Bola Ahmed Tinubu actually, highlighted that in his national broadcast. It's condemnable, and I thought it was important to highlight both accounts, including the Igbo Nonso influencer who said that, Igbos own 99% of Lagos. This rhetoric must stop. We know what happened in Rwanda. We know what happened during the Civil War. Yeah. It is rhetorics like this that begin to cause national disaster. Dr. Abati.
Okay, it's good you cited the example of Rwanda. Now, the genocide in Rwanda between the Hutus and the Tutsis in the 90s, early 90s in Rwanda, was as a result of this kind of rhetoric, ethnic hate. And the media in Rwanda at the time also played a very bad part. There's a book on it about the role of the media in the ethnic implosion in Rwanda. So Nigerians should learn a lesson from it. Closer home, Mr. Dare Babarinsa has written a book on the crisis in, I think, Ondo State, in the Second Republic, where there was a lot of ethnic hate, ethnic violence, people, using the media to drive up, antagonism within the society. And now we are in the age of not radio, but in the age of the social media. So what was posted by Lagospedia was irresponsible, utterly condemnable. And I think it's important that Governor Sanwo-Olu of Lagos has already condemned it and has said that the Lagos state government has nothing to do with it. Now, President Tinubu in his speech also struck the right note by addressing ethnic bigotry. This is a country that is built on the beauty of its diversity, on the beauty of its sense of inclusion. But politics, religion are some of the centrifugal forces that have divided us. So the president said the people who are behind this, the government will make sure that they face the rule of law because it is unacceptable. However, let's make this point, that this is a note of caution to all of us in Nigeria. Ethnic hate brings nobody any good.
Absolutely.
The gentleman, you called him the Igbo man or something?
Nonso, his name
Nonso,
is Twitter influencer.
Nonso, who spoke and said that, look, Igbos are part of the building of Lagos. Is it not in the same Lagos that in the First Republic, Igbos were in the Lagos, assembly? In the same Lagos. Lagos House of Assembly, Lagos House of Chiefs, Mbonu Jike, and many of these Igbos, they had their career in this Lagos. Is it not in this same Lagos that Chief Emmanuel Nwanyanwu, now of best memory, set up businesses? Is it not in this Lagos, same Lagos, that Chief Odimegu Ojukwu of the Velasca Lodge had a thriving transportation business? In other words, it would be wrong to say that in terms of the economic prosperity of Lagos and of even the Southwest generally, that is only the effort of the Yorubas. When it is convenient, Yoruba people will say, oh, the West is developed because we are liberal, because we are accommodating. The people who are now saying Yoruba for the Yorubas, Igbos for the East for the Easterners, they are absolutely wrong. Yeah. If Igbos leave Lagos, you will not be able to repair your car because there will be no spare parts dealers. Yeah. If Igbos leave Lagos, you will not be able to buy electronics. If Igbos leave Lagos, half of the banks in Lagos will leave. So we are interdependent, and people should just be careful. And they should remember the rhetoric that led to the Civil War of 1967 to 70.
I love that you raised that. And you also raised a very valid point, which is the people that are behind this ethnic bigotry should be pointed out and they should be arrested. They need to be made examples of. But also people are saying, I mean, you remember during the 2023 elections?
Yes, we do. That's last week.
We have people in President Bola Ahmed Tinubu also stoking these ethnic bigotry. People pulled up by Ononuga's tweet from 2023 where he said, let 2023 be the last time of Igbo interference in Lagos politics. Let there be no repeat in 2027. Lagos is like Anambra, Imo, any Nigerian state. It is not no man's land, not Federal Capital Territory. It is Yoruba land. Mind your business. We have to continue to call this out. This is unacceptable. This is wrong. And we cannot afford a nation at war at this time. Absolutely. I mean, the protesters are out on the street. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu needs to make an example of these people that have been stoking ethnic hate in Nigeria. Let me take another reaction. Well, many Nigerians have reacted to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's national broadcast, including Nobel laureate Professor Wole Soyinka, who in an opinion piece titled The Hunger March as Universal Mandate, said that President Tinubu's speech on Sunday failed to address the continuing deterioration of the state's seizure of protest management, adding that the use of bullets and tear gas on Nigerians protesting against economic hardship is an abuse of state power. The playwright went further to state that the manner in which security operatives treated the protesters condemns the nation to a seemingly unbreakable cycle of resentment and reprisals. His statement reads in part, the tragic response to the ongoing hunger marches in parts of the nation and for which notice was served continues a retrogression that takes the nation even further back than the deadly culmination of the watershed NSAS protest. It evokes pre-independence, that is, colonial acts of disdain, a passage that induced the late stage pioneer Hubert Ogunde's folk opera, Bread and Bullets, ending that nationalistic serial persecution and proscription by the colonial government. I mean, Wole Soyinka is speaking at this time. Rufai, I'd love for you to juxtapose both stories. Juxtapose.
I like that word. So a couple of things. Number one, please. In the words of Onyeka Onwenu, one love, keep us together. Enough of all this ethnic rhetoric. You guys need to understand that this ethnic rhetoric is a delusion that the politicians are using to divide us. Aren't we ashamed of ourselves? We are hungry, we are poor. These politicians, when they are looting, they don't think of the tribe they are from. Look at President Tinubu's cabinet. There are people from every part of the country. They're belly full and we're hungry. We, the hungry men, are the angry men fighting each other. And like Frantz Fanon said, oppress people who want to oppress others. So this resource, like we're talking about England, that people are fighting for and say they're desecrating Lagos, it's because we are all hungry. So why don't we just coalesce together and fight the bad government that is destroying our lives, rather than fighting each other? We are one. There is no pure line anywhere in the world. Yorubas have married Igbo, Igbos have married Yoruba. Yorubas have invested in Igbo land, Igbo people have invested in Yoruba land. One way or the other. I have seen Yoruba people that speak Igbo like no man's business. They say I've been there for so many years. I have seen Igbo people that speak Yoruba like no man's business. How can we come together and fight our real enemies, which is the political class that steal our commonwealth every day? Igbo man, the Yoruba man is not your problem. Yoruba man, the Igbo man is not your problem. Are the political class that are destroying all of you and using this tribe and religious sentiment to destroy you, those are your real problems. Right. Please come together. Secondly, as regards Professor Wole Soyinka, what he said is spot on. Right. And kudos to Professor Wole Soyinka. Nigeria has built a state where violence reigns supreme. You know, they were talking about violence happening. We are now seeing this role the state is playing in violence. You saw how people were tear gassed. Yes. You saw how bullets were shot. People were marked. Till today, you don't know the people that are shot in Abuja. Live bullets on the ground. And it's a mindset where we think you use violence to usurp the other person. So that's what the state believes in. And Wole Soyinka is saying we've built a state where we cannot manage protests without using violence. It's a sad reality. We all saw the UK here where they were using batons and horses to charge at people. Did you hear that anybody, they fired live bullets? No, but you know, we have enthroned a state that has no respect for its citizenry. You impoverish the people, then you are so quick to use live bullets on them. Not even hot water cannons. So that's the kind of state we built. And that's why I'm happy Wole Soyinka is saying it. Because if when he protested with them, Tinubu in 2012, Jonathan had said police officers on the street and army should go out there and shoot them, maybe some of them will not be alive today. Absolutely. But you know, because, and that's why he made that point. And that's why he said it's a replica of the play of Abato Gunde, Bread and Bullets, which was exactly how the colonial used to treat us. You see, the sad thing, OJ, I can't understand, is that we complain that the colonial masters treated us so bad. We are treating ourselves worse than the colonial masters. All right, you know, he made so many points. He even said that hunger protests are not peculiar to Nigeria. The nation's security agencies should emulate alternative models in civilized and advanced security intervention. But I would like to also, you know, touch on protests in the north. If I take this tweet, I'll go to that. Protests in the north. This is a response to Soyinka's message. Josh wrote, Soyinka's criticism underscores the importance of peaceful protest management, the need for security forces to exercise restraint and respect the rights of citizens to peacefully express their grievances. His comments also serve as a call for the Nigerian government to learn from international examples and to prioritize the well-being and safety of its citizens during times of unrest. Well, in Kakam, he says, please end the protests today. Poor Nigerians cannot endure protests for more than a few days. You have made your point. Your massive turnout has frightened many people. Federal government is not deaf. The president has spoken this morning. Perhaps even the legislatures have heard you also. If they collectively fail to significantly reduce the cost of governance, stop wasteful expenditures, and tighten their own belts, or lead by example, please then re-strategize, regroup, and call them to order again. Bless you. I know you guys all remember when Atedo Peterside came out during the NSAS protest, like some sort of premonition. He had begged the young people to go home. And it just seems like it's happening again. I mean, we don't know the end of this protest. We know that in Ojota, Lagos State, some protesters called for the suspension of the demonstration until October 1st. The protesters say that since President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has addressed the nation, little time should be given to assess all the proposition. The protesters were addressed by the police.
The organizers have decided to call it off. The president has spoken, and they're looking forward to the president's meeting the demands they are presented before him.
Thank you very much.
So, in view of that, there will be no more gathering here or anywhere any of such gathering is unlawful and illegal. And if such gathering exists, we are going to apply the full weight of the law.
Dr. Bati, a quick roundup.
Well, very quickly, I mean, at Tojota yesterday, the protesters with the police, as we have seen, said they were calling off the strike. They've said they are meeting today at 11, the Congress of Protesters, to take a final decision. In terms of impact, we have seen banks have opened,